When Matisse was an old man, he still wanted to make art, but he really had trouble painting. So he used scissors to cut out these squiggly wiggly shapes. And they kind of remind me of plants or leaves. And he described them like a garden. For our project today, we're going to practice making these squiggly wiggly shapes. These are organic shapes because they're reminiscent of nature. They remind you of nature. They're shapes you might find in nature. I'm going to use markers to draw these shapes, and I'm going to use the bright colors. I'm also going to fill up my whole paper. So to start, I'm just going to draw the outlines, and I'm going to try to use all of these bright colors that I just got out of my marker box. And I can have shapes that are small or big. So I'm going to start in the very middle and then grow out. So I'm basically making a wiggly line or a wavy line, but I'm drawing a shape with it. And your shape is going to look different from mine, but they're all going to look organic. So it also kind of looks like a leaf. So moving on to a different color, I think I'm going to try to make another shape kind of like this, but it has a flat bottom. So I don't want it to be a straight line on the bottom, but I want it to be kind of rounded. It's going to kind of look like a hand. Still using a wavy line. I think I'll make another one over here. So I'm not overlapping the shape. I'm not putting the yellow shape on top of the green shape, but I am putting it next to it, and I want to fill up all of my whole paper. When I have enough shapes in here, I can squish the shape to fit into the spaces between the shapes, kind of like a puzzle. So I'm going to use the size and shape of the space between the shapes to kind of form a new shape. Did I fill up all the space yet? I don't think so. There's still some empty spots around here. And I still have one last color to go. So what I'm asking you to do is create some wiggly organic shapes like this. Fill up the whole paper. And also use a lot of different colors. So I used all the colors in my marker box. How many different colors can you put on your paper? I've slowed this part of the video down because I want you to notice how I'm coloring and notice the coloring technique. So for the rest of the shapes, notice that I'm coloring in a circular motion. My wrist is making small circles to color in the shapes. I'm doing this because I want the shapes to look flat. I want the coloring to look flat like in these pictures. Notice you don't see any paintbrush strokes or any marks on them. The color is just flat. So in order to do that with a marker, I'm coloring in circles because it kind of blends in the marker marks and you don't see the lines on the coloring.